in Cincinnati. And so good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. You know, partner, sometimes teams get off to slow starts, and that's the case for these teams we're going to see here. Both under 500. Not critical yet, but you can't wait too long to try and get this thing turned around.
And I know it sounds crazy, Mike, but here we are, and it's only October. There's a long way to go. But this feels like a really important game, and I think that was the sense that both coaches told us all week when we had a chance to meet with them. They said, we're not trying to panic. We're not trying to put the cart before the horse, but we need to win, and we need to get back on these winning trends, because if we want to find ourselves in contention throughout the rest of what's a long NFL season, these early October games, you got to have it.
Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Cincinnati. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Burrow, RPO, get it to Chase. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
14 on the pickup. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here we go. On 1st down, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. Yeah! Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Burrow. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll go play action here with Williams. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up fourth down.
On fourth down, it's Jairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This one from 39 yards out. And he pulled it left. No good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. He's been solid here in the early part of the season, up amongst the NFL's leaders in passing yardage. On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
So after 1, it's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and that will lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got a man. That's Tony. And he will go all the way. Kadarius Toney. Touchdown, Bengals. That his first touchdown this year. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over for their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. Off he goes.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
There's a 3rd down and 4. Slot receiver headed right. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. This one caught by Chase. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 15-yard pickup there. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
So, a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. Throwing right, it's taken in.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That's complete left side to Tony. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They go play action for Burrow. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
Second down and 3. Throwing is Burrow. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. He'll let this go towards the end zone. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly had the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Here's Williams. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Mechie, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. A pass taken in by Johnson. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Chicago.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in by Tony. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. A huge play just before the half. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. 1st and goal. To throw is Burrow. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
On 1, ready?
2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
1-1, ready?
Line of scrimmage the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals open it up a bit further. They now lead 20.
nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Josh Jacobs with a touchdown run. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Jordan Addison, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. They'll run the sneak. And he indeed picks up a Bears first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the give, it's Johnson. And That won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. He is in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Williams. That's to Odunze again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. To the left side, he's got Komet. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing again, Williams. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Got the hook up there to Odunze.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Throw it again. It's Williams. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Williams to the air once more. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10. Williams. this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. They'll try to set up the screen here. The defense dialed in. He's going backwards on that one. Taken down back at his own 5. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a give on the ground. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11 MT, 12, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a yard.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Nearly gave the ball back to his offense with a short field to work with. And tell you what, if I'm this defensive coordinator, I'm going to have all my guys on the jugs machine this week after practice, because when the quarterback gives you a gift like that, you've got to come away with that pick.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. A gain there of 11. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. Now whistles here, and a penalty will take somebody move early up front.
Here we go. 11, 11, 12, 12, 12. 11, mighty, 11, mighty.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Scotty Miller deep to return. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Mechie, the man in motion. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Williams now to throw. A quick slant into the hands of Odunze. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Here's Williams. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down. Mechie, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Now he'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Bears first down. Slot man in motion right. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
A pass taken in by Johnson. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the...
That is caught side of the end zone. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
His kick is good. Next to score, Bengals 27, Bears 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Drive will start on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Catch left side is made by Higgins. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Now a give up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Here we go. Turtles, hot dogs, boys.
Tony, the man in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.